New year, new me, new tools, new team? More on that later. What's up, my guys, and welcome back to Counter Steer Garage. Happy Taco Tuesday. Let's take a look at what I bought. I went a little nuts at Harbor Freight and Home Depot, and I got kind of everything that I need to retrofit this fake Pelican case to be my one-stop tool shop. But how do I know what I need to bring, how to lay it out in here? I don't, man. We're just gonna wing it, and this kit will probably evolve over the course of the season. But I figure it would be good for me, for my organization, to have a home base sort of situation with a toolkit with just like the basic stuff, like hand tools. One thing I did splurge on was an impact driver. Now this won't blow wheels off, but it'll be good for like the 10 mils, the 12 mils, stuff like that, all those pesky little bolts. I have an idea in my head of how I want this to go. I got this rack for sockets that I think I'm gonna rivet to the floor of this box. I don't know. We're gonna, I don't know, man. We're gonna lay it out and we're gonna see. How about that? So here's like the theory I had in my head. This just kind of like, I don't know, maybe riveted to the floor or riveted to the bottom of this so that I have kind of like that home base. This little handle's got to come off. I don't know about having a third row on here. I might bring this outside and just cut that so that it's just the 3 rows, the basic 3 sets that I need, you know? I guess what I should do first is kind of fill in the tools, see what that looks like. And then we'll go from there. I've had this Craftsman set for a while, so I'm gonna hope to utilize these hand tools so I don't have to buy new ones for this kit. So it's still not affixed, but this is kind of my idea for the socket situation. I do need a way to keep it solid, but it appears that it might survive flights. It holds pretty tight. Don't know yet if I want to take this 4th row off. I might just use it as like an adapter thing. Maybe flip this all around so that all the adapters are in the back row. And I have 1/4, 3/8, half, and then these little adapters and universals and stuff. Still kind of working it out. I got some sweet pliers, and then I went to Home Depot and got a nice little tool bag, little canvas tool bag. So I think pliers are gonna get stuffed in here and this is just gonna go right in there because I haven't thought of another way to organize the pliers yet. So I don't have that idea in my brain hole yet, but I think they're too tall to stand up and there's just no room to lay down, and I have a different plan for the back wall of this thing. So we shall see. We're kind of figuring it out as we go here. Many revisions about to happen, so stay tuned. These actually feel pretty nice. So we've got some channel locks, pinchy boys, linesman pliers, I think they're called, diagonal cutters, because I don't want to get reported for saying what we usually call these, needle nose, and slip joint. I love these. I have a pair of these that I use all the time. They're like perfect clamp grabby tools. I use these a lot. So they will all go. This bag's got a little divider in it too, sweet. And I don't know, fit it in there like that. Lay it on there. I don't know, we'll see. So we got sockets, we got pliers. What else we got? Extensions. That's one thing I don't really know where we're gonna put, but I got a whole set of extensions, little guys, big guys, medium guys. They're all wobbles. I like wobbles because it gives you a little wobble, obviously, but also if you push the socket all the way on it, it turns into a straight. So there's really no point in getting non-wobble extensions, right? Right. So let's pack these up, get these in here. These, I don't know where they're gonna go either. Probably just dangling around in here, to be honest. Always need a set of flush cutters. Those will go in the bag with the pliers, right? I bought a lot of pliers. Okay, so I also have wire strippers. I don't know how often I'm going to need these, but I saw them and they looked nice, and you never know when you're gonna need to strip some wires. Magnet tool. Never not gonna need a magnet tool. These I found at Home Depot. I bought some Allen keys from Harbor Freight, but then when I went to Home Depot, I saw these and I liked them a lot because they're enormous and they are color coded. In the racing world, oh, they're hinged too? Oh, and they lock together, what? Okay, that just made this even better. But yeah, they're big, they're ball end. I got American and standard just because a lot of the shocks on these cars use like a 3/16 and things like that. So American and standard, the fact that it hinges and locks together is even better. Love that. That'll go in here somewhere. Yeah, like that. Cool. Screwdrivers, we don't do a whole lot of, so I went very simple. I got one of these 4-in-1. Jesus. It'll be good to have at least with me in case I need a screwdriver. Never know when you're gonna need a nice little tape measure. Goes in the box. Here's something I didn't really need. Most race teams will have torque wrenches, plenty of them on tap, but sometimes you're just like, I need a torque wrench. Everybody's using it and I have to wait. But this was 20 bucks. Goes to 150 foot-pounds, so it'll do wheels just fine. Yeah, that'll do. And it fits in the case. Sick. Here is one thing I didn't really need, but nice to have. This is a 1/4-inch impact driver. I won't be blowing wheels off with this, but I got these little bits so I could do 1/4-inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. So basically it gives me a gun that'll do 3 guns worth of work. Like I said, it won't be blowing wheels off or anything like that, but any 10s, 12s, 14s, even things like zipping like hose clamps with the 8mm, things like that, it'll be good. And I've seen these have a pretty decent amount of torque. I think this has got like 275 foot-pounds of torque, so I think it'll be fine. Whew. When you can feel the torque in your hands, that's a pretty good weapon. I don't know what we'll do with him yet. I bought another bag. It would be nice to protect it, keep it safe. Aside from that 4-in-1, I did pick up a set of little precision screwdrivers. These are good mostly for like electrical connectors. I might not even bring all 5 of them. I might just bring small Phillips, small flathead, and leave the rest behind. Do I need to explain? So that's all the new stuff I purchased. I do still need to figure out a wrench solution. I have open-end wrenches. Probably will only be bringing the metric stuff. A few other things that I do like to bring with me to the track. Heat sleeves. They'll go right up your arm. These are Harbor Freight gloves. They're like $5, but they last way longer than the mechanics gloves. So those go in there too. Notebook for setup notes and things like that. This is my setup kit. I got a pen, marker, and my millimeter rulers in a toothpaste case to protect the rulers. This is my race sense. It's a pressure gauge and pyrometer. It's also app enabled, so it'll send all the info to my phone and I can export it into spreadsheets and things like that. It'll do hot and cold pressures, and it'll show me what. It's pretty cool. It's the most advanced racing tire pressure gauge out there. And then just a regular drawstring backpack for pit lane. That's heavy, man. I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to weigh this. 40. All right, so we got 10 pounds to play with. So now that we know that this all fits, I want to get to organizing it and making it look presentable. I want to start with this rack because this is kind of the focal point of the toolbox. So I'd like to get all of these adapters and universals kind of in one spot. I think I'm going to leave the 4th row. I think I decided I'm going to leave the 4th row, but I want to move everything down so that the quarters in the front and the adapters are all in the back. So I think let's do that now. So the socket rack is assembled, and It's pretty secure. I think it's gonna survive airlines. I guess we'll see. I know they throw these things around quite a bit. Let's put the box together now with all of the stuff that I have done and show you guys the final product. First thing I want to do is I want to put the nice foam floor back in. So we'll start with putting the socket rack in. I think that once it's packed, I don't think I'm gonna have to rivet this down. I was gonna rivet it to the floor, but I think just the weight of it, and once everything's packed, I don't think it's gonna move a whole lot. Couple of additions I do still wanna do is some deep sockets in the 1/2" flavor. Nothing too crazy. I just wanna do a 14, 17, 19, and maybe a 21. But other than that, the socket set is pretty comprehensive. It's all metric. I don't need any standard. I don't use standard really for anything. Sockets are in. Extensions. Now I thought about like a little pouch to hold the extensions, but I thought if I just connect the extensions together, they should at least only be 3 pieces rather than like 8. So that's pretty good there. And then we'll put the ratchets in there. This is from my Craftsman set, so I got 1/2", 3/8, and 1/4". What else can we put in here? We can stack the batteries. So I got 2 batteries for my gun. So the batteries we will put in there. We'll stack them nice in the corner. I have a couple of like loose items I'll throw in here. 2 small precision screwdrivers, Phillips and flathead. Throw those right in there. I got a nice long magnetic tool, mini tape measure, bullseye level so that we can set the setup pad, torque wrench. We'll put that right in the back there. I do have like my small Coast handheld flashlight, but this is also a good little light. It's got a couple of different brightnesses. It's got a kickstand, so good little light. We'll throw that right there. Got a nice roll of wrenches here. Pretty much everything from 10 all the way up to 21 mil. Some of them are mismatched, some of them are standard. I brought over the 7/16 from the standard side because that is an 11 mil, 1/2" because that's 13-ish. I'm just under 13 mil. So we have a handful of wrenches. The 21 is specific for the GR cup alignment because you need that for the toe. And we're just gonna roll this up and I'll throw it right like that's a good spot. Allen keys, will they fit? Yo, that's a good spot. Oh, what else I got? Screwdriver. Bought the 4-in-1, don't laugh at it. Safety glasses. Always gotta have your safety glasses. So now we got the pouches. This is my Pinchy Boys. Those will all go in this pouch and the pouch will live right on top. Like that. In the other pouch, got my nice new Hercules brushless impact driver. I was gonna get a 3/8 impact and a 1/4" impact, but then I was like, I could just get a 3/8 and a 1/4" impact in one tool. So I got a couple of these bits. Also got a Phillips head bit so I could do interior stuff. And this guy goes in the bag to keep it safe. And you're thinking, what goes right down the middle? Well, that'll be my pit lane bag. Heat sleeves for your arms. These go all the way up to like your biceps. Fresh new Hardy Harbor Freight gloves. And my Race Sense pocket. So that all goes down with me to pit lane. So that goes in this backpack, which comes down with me to pit lane. Also have a small notebook in here, so I can take notes. Your boy's organized here. Your boy did good. We are going professional. So we'll go like that. We'll fold that under, stick that right in the middle. Now the last thing I want to show you guys is the inside of the lid because I love it. So let's flip this camera around. As car chiefs, our toolkit is kind of like our office. So let me show you what I did to my office. So we'll start here with my little pocket, paperwork pocket, throw my notebook in there, throw some pens in there, good to go. Over here, as a car chief, timing is very important. So I have a clock. It shows date and time and temperature, which is kind of nice. Nice and big so everybody can see it. Cut out a little bit of dry erase board. So this will help me keep track of the times, you know, practice 1, practice 2. I can also put like grid closing times and things like that. So that's cool, and it's dry erase, so I can change it every day. And that's And that's it for my super duper professional toolkit that I will take with me to race weekends. And I guess now it's time for the announcement. I am thrilled to announce that I will be working full-time this season with BSI Racing. I will be car chief on an MX-5 car and a GR Cup car. I might get my hands into the GT4 program too if they need a little help, but I made the switch. Nick and Shay have been great. They have a huge amount of respect for me, and I have a huge amount of respect for them and what they've built at BSI. So I think together we're gonna have a pretty good team. You guys will remember Tyler. He is still with BSI. You'll remember Alex Deli. He will be with BSI on the GR side. Adam Kelleher too, that little jerk, will be there. And a few other familiar faces that you'll see. So I'm stoked. I leave in a few days. That video will be probably next week if I can get it edited in time. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that. That's it for me today, guys. I'll see you guys next Taco Tuesday.